Hello and welcome to Game Over Yeah, the video game podcast created by gamers for gamers, with your hosts Leon
and Dean.
Yeah, it's just Leon and Dean. It's an afternoon cast on the 4th of July. So happy Independence Day to you Americans out there.
And to us, Brexit.
Yeah, exactly. What the fuck is that about? Let's not even get into politics on this. Never mind. Never mind. So, I mean, what have you been playing, Dean, man?
I have been playing lots of Mario Kart this weekend.
Oh, yeah?
Lots and lots of Mario Kart. What else have I been playing? I finished the first episode of Life is Strange.
Oh, yeah?
And it's weird how you do the rewind thing, isn't it? Because you could just get so many outcomes to the...
That's right. That's right. I mean, as you've been playing it, I've actually been playing it as well, and no, I've completed it now. But obviously, I don't want to spoil anything for you now, so I better keep my mouth shut a little bit. But no, it was I really did enjoy the game actually. I did pick it up sort of fairly cheap, if I remember rightly. I think it was on a sale kind of thing on the PlayStation Store at one point.
Yeah, I think mine it was free 1 month on Xbox.
Oh, okay.
So that's how I've got it.
That's
cool.
I
thought, I'll get round to playing that eventually, and then I started playing it and was like, "This is quite good." It just consumes you at that point because you're like, "Oh, can I squeeze a little bit more and get to this bit?" So yeah, it's really good in that regard. Immediately after finishing episode 1, though, I did go and look at the achievements to see if I'd missed any.
Yeah.
I'd missed like nearly all of them. So. It's going to be one of those games where I have to go back through it again, I think.
I think, it does sort of warrant another playthrough to be able to kind of see some different outcomes. But, I will kind of sort of say at the end, it sort of very much comes down to just two choices anyway. And the whole game, it doesn't even matter, really, for those two choices. So it's just sort of like you do kind of get to the end a little bit and be like, oh, okay, so so all of that shit that I've just done didn't really
matter.
Didn't really matter. I mean, I suppose you kind of see different people in the ending. Not to spoil anything. Sort of depending on what you do in the story, but that's about it. But yeah, no, definitely, I highly recommend the game, and I'm looking forward to kind of hearing on how you kind of find it when you get to the end.
Yeah, well, I'm hoping to blast some of it out today. So hopefully, I'll get through those 4 episodes. There's 5, isn't there? Or is there 6?
I think it's 5. I might be wrong, but yeah, definitely a lot of fun. I mean, when I say fun, it's it's quite the story gets kind of interesting as such. It gets a bit messed up at points, and it's just sort of like, what? Like, seriously, there's some what the fuck moments in it, and I'm looking forward to sort of like I'm just going to wait until you've kind of completed it, and then we're going to talk about it.
I'm holding up the discussion.
Yeah, because there's some really cool points in it that I'd like to talk about. But you will see them and be like, what the fuck? Serious, man.
I'm hoping to get through that today, so hopefully I'll be like, oh my god. Other than that, I've been playing GTA 5 story mode, trying to catch up to where I was. Well, I finished on last gen, but this gen I just haven't touched it, so I was just speeding along through that. Dark Souls 3, I tried. And I beat the first boss, and then I went into, I can't even remember the name of the place. It was like the first temple you get to.
Yeah. And
just got fucking confused where I was going. I was going to every door, speaking to every person, and just couldn't figure it out. And then I went round the corner to go up these stairs to think it was that way. It's not that way, because I briefly looked online to see if I was going the right way. That's not the right way. Avoid that way. It's the last that you need to be high level. And I was just like, oh, you know what? Fuck this shit. I'm out of here. It's one of those games. It's just like designed to make like controller makers happy, because they're people just going to go and buy a new one or new TVs.
I mean,
Oh,
just sort of quickly back onto the GTA 5 and stuff. Did you sort of was it you said you were kind of doing more sort of story mode, or were you going?
yeah,
Yeah,
just trying to zoom through it really because I was convinced that Rockstar were going to come out and go, and here's the single player DLC,
yeah,
and they just didn't.
no,
They didn't even bring Red Dead.
no, they didn't.
What's going on?
Come on, Rockstar, give us the games we want.
Yeah, but yeah, just trying to zoom through that, and it gets quite boring when you play a game for the second time. But then there's like Life is Strange, you could have a different outcome.
Mm.
But if it's it's exactly the same thing, it gets a bit tedious.
Yeah, it does. It does.
Especially when you're trying to zoom through it, because you're like, I just want to get to the end.
Yeah,
I've done this.
I know what you mean, man. I know what you mean.
I suppose that's where speedrunning comes
Yeah,
in.
I mean, I've never even bothered playing GTA 5 again. The story wise, I just sort of I go online all the time now. I mean, well, I said all the time now. I mean, all the time back then. I really just I just can't be asked to play it most of the time. I've just sort of I've overplayed that game, and it can be laid to rest now. maybe like an odd friend might pop up and say, "Oh, do you fancy doing something like that?" I might be like, "Oh yeah, go on then."
Yeah.
But that's about it. I don't think it's going to come out on my own fruition.
Yeah. But it is it's a good sandbox game to just fuck around on.
Oh, for sure, no doubt. I mean, I've definitely had countless hours of fun on that game, and that's the point, unfortunately.
Yeah.
What else, dude, man?
Played a little bit of Zombie, but I'd already played it when it was on the Wii U, so I was playing it again because it was one of the free games. Was it last month? PS Plus?
Was it on PS Plus?
Maybe it was Xbox. I can't
Yeah.
remember. Yeah, it was one of the free games. It's surprisingly better with a controller.
Yeah.
A lot better. I don't understand what they were thinking with the Wii U version because it was a bit weird.
Well, just sort of like, oh, we need something for the Wii U, please. help
Something for the
us."
mature audience.
Exactly.
That isn't
Exactly.
recycling fucking characters that have been there since fucking 1980. Quantum Break, gave that a quick go, and it was really good up until a point where I was like, why have they put an FPS element into this game? Like, literally, like, it was going so well, and then they were like, pick up the gun, start shooting, and I was like, do you know what? No, I can't do that. I can't do that anymore. Like, COD's just completely killed that for me. So it was a really good story up until that point, and then but yeah, I can see why everyone's talking about it when it came out.
Yeah, I mean, like, I still really want to play that game, but it just the price tag's still a bit too much for me at the moment.
Is it still holding its value?
I mean, I'm on about on PC kind of thing, and like,
Okay.
yeah, on digital wise, it's still
Dropping.
it's still quite high. So yeah, I'll be waiting quite a while. Yeah, I think to pick that one up. Just because I thought some of the concepts that they were doing, with actually having like TV episodes in between sort of points. I thought that was a pretty cool idea, and I was interested in sort of see how they implemented it. But I don't know. I'll have to wait a little bit longer.
Like you'll know what I mean when you start playing it. It's like I guess I played it for 2 hours.
Mhm.
And the first hour and a half, you're like, yeah, I can really get into this, and then literally the gun bit comes in, and you're just like, really?
Yeah.
Just fucking get rid of that, but like make it a quick time sequence or something else. Just don't make you pick up a gun and start shooting it. It's completely ruined it for me. But that's my personal gripe with it. I couldn't stand it.
Oh, fair enough, dude. Fair enough.
And I guess that's all I've been playing at the moment.
Fair enough, man. Well,
Yeah.
On my side, very much sort of Overwatch and Final Fantasy dominating over my life. Now, I mean, with Overwatch, Mike kind of really kind of was like, "Nah, come on, you've got to get it," and I'm like, all right, I'll pick it up." And I think we've played a few times together, but I generally just kind of go on for a random team. I'm still very much kind of sticking to kind of support characters, so that's sort of like Mercy or Lucio, just because of their healing kind of values. I generally try and sort of I don't know, maybe that's the easy route a little bit, trying to just heal everone
Just stand behind everybody. And
yeah, exactly. You go and kill shit. I'll just keep you alive. It's fine. But no, it's a lot of fun though. I'm sort of like I can't believe I've got into it actually. Because I thought, well, look, all I'm going to be doing it's just a team shooter. That's all it is. I feel like I'm playing like Team Fortress or something. But with the with all of the characters that you have, it does very much open the gameplay up quite a bit. Because it's very much down to your sort of team composition. So yeah, if you've got a load of idiots that who are like, oh yeah, let's have 3 snipers. No, what are you doing, dickheads? Stop it. You need to get it right.
Sniper where you can do that.
Yeah. They have a kind of unleashed the competitive mode now, but the problem is that I haven't actually been able to play it yet because you need to be ranked 25 and I'm only ranked 20 at the moment. To be fair, I think I could probably get there in like another 10, 15 games or something like that. It's just I only sort of go back on, play it in small doses as such, so I go on and play like 2-3 games or so and then sort of jump off and, then move on to another game as such. So very much like Final Fantasy, I'll probably go on, do a couple of story missions to be able to kind of advance up to that, the new level cap of 60. I'm currently level 56 White Mage. I'm working on it. I'm hoping to get to level 60 soon. I am going to literally just doing the Heaven's Ward DLC quests, which are pretty cool. Some very cool dungeons that I've been in. Some very hairy situations. I'm sure people were very frustrated with, once again, my healing skills. But we got through it. But no, it's a lot of fun. Good to be back, and it's a good game that oddly enough you can very much play solo, and that's what I'm enjoying about it. Because I don't really have anyone that I know playing on it anymore. So
is there still a lot of people on the game itself though?
Oh yeah. Oh, most definitely. There's still plenty of people playing it, and the good thing with like the duties within the game is that they pull from multiple servers, so that you end up doing dungeons with people that you'll never play with again just because they're on a different server as such.
Yeah, that's quite cool.
Yeah, no, it's really, really cool game. I'm still very much digging it. I wanna, after I get to level 60 as the White Mage, I kind of wanna try and some other classes that kind of did drop in on the Heaven's Ward content. I think one of them's called the Machinist. I want to kind of check that out. I'm not sure on the skills on that kind of level, but I did pick up a quest to be able to kind of become it. So I was like, maybe I'll give that a shot, see how that goes.
Have they announced any more DLC in the future for?
I'm not sure, if I'm honest. I haven't really kept up to the news so much on that game, but I believe that they probably will be at some point. Because there's still a lot of players playing that game, and I really want to kind of get to the PvP element of it because I've never really tried it on Final Fantasy, so I'd be interested to see how that works as well. But yeah, that's about it on games wise. I've been a bit boring on that kind of front, just here and there, maybe doing an odd FTL game or something. I did kind of have a quick go on the. Did you see the Final Fantasy that dropped on Android and iOS I think it's, oh god, what is it called? I don't have it on my phone anymore.
Is it Hearts of something? I might have seen
No,
an
no,
advert
it's
for it.
it's definitely still Final Fantasy Exvius or something like that.
Oh, okay.
Let's see if it's that. Yeah, Exvius, Brave
Okay.
Exvius. Yeah, it literally just dropped just recently. I thought I'd give it a shot. It's sort of it's trying to sort of throw back into the old days a little bit, but you can kind of do sort of auto a lot. It's really quite weird. I didn't quite like it. It was just a lot of tapping of the screen in some sense. It just didn't really appeal to me too much. But I think if you're looking for a mobile game that you don't mind being connected to the internet all the time when you're actually playing it, then it'll be for you. But I just sort of thought that having to kind of download all the time as such, you're always downloading the new content as such. That's sort of like the loading screens as such. It's just, it kind of put me off a little bit, and just on how kind of easy it was as well. It was just sort of like, it didn't really feel like there was much to it. There was sort of, it's free on the App Store, and there is microtransactions within the game. I assume that you can kind of use it to upgrade some of your guys, because you can kind of you've got like a team. Well, you can kind of build a team as such, and you can like level up different players, kind of like Final Fantasy, but on the fact that you can actually just keep creating them as such. So you have like there's loads of different classes, and you're leveling them up. You can equip them. You can teach them spells, skills. So yeah, there's sort of a lot to the game as such, and I was sort of a bit like, I don't know, I don't really like I don't really like mobile games. In all fairness, I'm very
Yeah.
much sort of
That
like,
sounds like overcomplicated for a mobile game as
it
well.
does a little bit, and I don't know, maybe I'm just overcomplicating it a little bit, but I don't know.
I
For
guess
me,
it's for people who want to do it all the time.
mm,
So when they're on the move, they want to be like, "duh, duh, 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 duh."
yeah,
You know what I mean? But
yeah,
it
exactly.
doesn't appeal for everyone, I guess.
Mm. But yeah, I mean that sort of wraps up for our games. So let's go into sort of some news here, and I'm not sure if we sort of jumped into this one before, but I definitely wanted to talk about it. No Man's Sky, they had a Sky legal dispute. That's why I think sort of that's why some people have kind of sort of think why the game was delayed as such, because they had to kind of get the lawsuit out of the way in the first instance. So yeah, they can call it No Man's Sky. It's all fine now because they settled out of court. How ridiculous is that? So apparently,
So they own the word sky.
apparently so. Apparently so. So does that mean if just because you said Sky and I've said Sky right then and then
We have to pay them royalties.
we have to pay
for
the
saying
royalties? Yeah, a lot.
word. Sky, sky, sky. Sky, 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 sky.
It's literally the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. But apparently, it's not the first time that Sky have done this.
No?
No, Microsoft had SkyDrive at one point, and they changed it to OneDrive. Yeah. So
How dumb.
I
How
know.
dumb.
I know. I was honestly
Wasn't this the
when I
same
heard,
thing that happened with, I want to say Elder Scrolls and Bethesda against, who was it?
Oh yeah, there was something like that,
Mojang.
wasn't there? Yeah.
Scrolls.
Yeah, that's right.
We own the word scroll. And King did it, didn't they? With the word candy, wasn't it?
I think so.
Like, what's going on?
I know, right?
Shall I just get a dictionary and go, I want to trademark this name, and then as soon as someone uses it, I'll be like, nah, you got to give me some fucking money.
Oh god. Honestly, I was absolutely flabbergasted when I heard about that. I was just like, what the fuck?
No Man's Sky, yeah? What you saying? It don't belong to no one.
But yeah, they've settled, so it will be coming out, I believe, next month now. So, highly looking forward to that game still. So
Yeah, does look really good.
Yeah, I know, 100%. Now let's move on to some PS Plus titles for this month. We've got Fury on the PS4, which I have no idea what it is. If I'm honest, I haven't even looked at it. So I'll have a look quickly. But moving on to sort of the next game while I'm looking it up. We got Saints Row: Get Out of Hell on PS4, and I think that is a great choice. I definitely will give that a play now.
Yeah.
Because before, I've never really been a big fan of the series. But as it's a freebie on PlayStation Plus, I'd be stupid not to play it.
Yeah. I think I'll give that a go as well. I definitely want to give 4 a go as well, because that's another game that I didn't really get round to playing.
Yeah.
When it came out, but everyone was like, yeah, it's like a fun version of GTA.
What is it? It's an action fighting shooter.
So is that like Geometry Wars then?
I don't know. It doesn't look like Geometry Wars. It looks like, I don't know.
Like you're just a ship that goes around constantly.
No, not anything like that. You're like your guy with a sword as such. The publisher is the developer is the Game Bakers. But I think that looks kind of interesting actually. I will let you know more about that in the future. On a future podcast.
Quickly now.
Okay.
It reminds me a bit of the Gauntlet from Fable 2.
Yeah. What else have we got? We've got some PS3 titles as well. We've got Cooler Ferez, Bound in Blood, and Fat Princess. You know what? I do like Fat Princess. That is a fun
I've
game.
not played Fat Princess.
It's really good. It's really good. Have you still got your PS3?
Yeah.
Then we should play it. I'll set up my PS3 and we'll play some Fat Princess sometime.
All right.
It's a fun game.
What is it like?
It's just It's like a team-based sort of shooter, but it's like top-down, and you're trying to get your princess back. I think, if I remember rightly, in the multiplayer.
Okay.
It's really fun, because there's like different classes, everything like that. It's definitely worth a play if you haven't played it before. I'm hoping, that the fact that they are giving it out as a freebie, because I think I bought it back in the day, if I remember rightly. But yeah, I'm hoping it'll bring some players back to it, because I don't think it's been sort of that popular recently, because it's on the dying console now.
On the legacy console.
Yep. What else we got there? I can't even pronounce that. Orishika. Yeah, Orishika Tainted Bloodlines on the PS Vita. We've also got Prince of Persia Revelation, which I've got a Vita, so it's nice that they're still actually doing something for it, even though they didn't talk anything about it at the fucking E3.
So it's like, almost like it didn't exist or anything, isn't it?
No, they don't care about the Vita anymore.
Or the PlayStation camera.
Yeah.
But
you're going to need that for the VR.
VR.
But yeah, that's it.
They didn't mention that though, did they? Or did they?
I think they did. So that was probably the only mention of the PlayStation camera. But I mean, that's quite an important function for it now. It's part of the whole VR experience for them. So what have we got? Games for Gold wise, we've got the Crew going, sort of hitting us up. What did you say? June 16th to July 15th? Because they have these weird time frames.
Yeah, half the month's one game, half the month's another game. But so there's always 2 games, but they cross over.
Okay, we've got the Banner Saga 2, which is from the 1st to the 31st of July. And we've got Tumblestone from July 16th to August 15th. I don't know. I don't know what Tumblestone is at all, actually. So I'll be interested to find out about that. But we'll have a looking at that. We can go quickly on the Xbox 360. We've got Rainbow Six Vegas 2, which is a pretty pretty good game actually, pretty solid. From the 1st to the 15th of July, and then we've got Tron Evolution between the 16th and the 31st of July. Anything on Tumblestone there, Dean?
It's just loading up. The trailer is 2 people in a boxing ring. Real people. Oh, it's like reverse Tetris.
Oh, okay. All right, that's cool.
And you've got to shoot upwards.
Well, there we go. Well, you've got some games to play then, Dean.
Yeah. I like my my mobile games ported to console.
Who doesn't?
Yeah. Why is Burner Saga 2 being brought to Games for Gold rather than 1?
I know, it's a bit weird, isn't it? But maybe 1 was just
give away 1 and then promote 2.
I don't know. But I mean, back onto the sort of PSVR kind of jazz. Pre-orders came out very recently, and they are sold out already on those early pre-orders. So that's pretty ridiculous.
It's ridiculous.
So yeah, I mean, I'll be interested to see on how that stuff goes. I'm sure they'll probably release some more in the future. I would have thought.
Yeah, it's probably just for like allocation, just to make sure that people are going to get theirs. Has Oculus got a retail date?
Isn't Oculus out?
Is it out?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Oculus and the HTC Vive are out.
Price point, is it more or less the same?
The HTC's more.
Okay.
Yeah, it's sort of, but
it's
yeah.
better though, isn't it?
Sorry, one sec. My battery. There we go. My battery's going low on my headset, so it beeps and I couldn't hear you for a sec.
But the HTC one's better, isn't it? Because you got the hand sensor.
Yeah, I think so. Like from what I've seen, and just because of the fact that it's a space as such, you can do it within a virtual space where, you know, with the Oculus you're very much sort of limited to the sort of chair kind of experience as such, I would say. So we got Final Fantasy VII Monopoly, Dean.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
I saw it on Twitter and I was like, immediately sent it to you and you're like, I've already seen it.
Already seen it. On it. Not missing that shit. Yeah, it's coming out April 17th next year. So I am so fucking hyped for that shit. I am going to be all over it. So it's an official Final Fantasy VII Monopoly board there. So fuck yeah.
Do you know how much it is?
I think it's probably quite expensive. I'm probably going to be spending probably like 30 quid, I reckon. That's a guess. It's probably going to be more. It's just what they're like. And then finally, we have got SGDQ running at the moment, live on Twitch all week. Definitely going to be watching that all week, as well as going to TechFest. But this event is a lot of fun. It's a load of speedrunners getting together. They sort of started on Sunday at 5:30 in the UK time. It was, I don't know what time where they were. Then the cool thing is that they it's basically they're doing this marathon for charity, which is Doctors Without Borders. And I think they've made over $1 million on certain years, so that they're trying to push for that again for this year. So yeah, go there, donate money, and it's fucking a lot of fun to watch. In all fairness,
Might have to check it out. I've never even heard of it until you mentioned it.
Oh, you will love it. It honestly is so much fun, and like just some of the runs are just going to be funny, just because like some of the games are just so obscure. You're like, I mean, like literally while I was at work today, like because I had it like on in the corner of one of my screens at work today. I watched someone play on the Game Boy, Barbie Dream Girl.
Really?
Oh, it was something. It was girl. No, it was Game Girl. Sorry, yeah, Barbie Game Girl. That was it. Honestly, it was just like it was just so funny. Just because he was like, at one point he was sort of going, "Oh yeah," and this is because there was like a mermaid section, and he was like, "Well, this is one of 2 mermaid games that I'm going to be playing at this SGDQ." because he's going to be playing Little Mermaid later
Really?
in the marathon. Uh,
Is he literally trying to speedrun it as well?
yeah, it's all speedruns, man. Yeah.
Oh my god, crazy.
Yeah, no, it's really cool, man. It's really cool.
Ooh.
I don't know why, but my headset is not charging.
It needs to charge.
It does. Needs to stop fucking about. There we go. But yeah, that's about it for this week, man. Unless there's anything else, Dean.
No, there's nothing else. It's got a bit dry game-wise, isn't it? Until
It has.
end of the year, sort of thing.
Yeah, we'll go. Building up for the Christmas rush. Unfortunately.
Primary gifting period.
Yep. All right, cool, man. Well, just before we do go, let's just get a little update on Salt, man. How's things going in the band?
Music video is coming out soon. Still,
Soon.
I can't say a date because I don't know.
Okay, fair enough.
And then after that, the EP, as I've said before. Got quite a few festival gigs coming up soon.
Nice.
Go to the Facebook because I can't remember them at the moment. Head's just a mess.
Well, what's the
Band-
Facebook,
band
man? Can you think of that?
The Facebook is facebook.com/Salt UK Band. And
Nice,
you can
man.
find everything out there. Yeah, it's going good at the moment.
Awesome, man. Awesome. All right. Well, let's wrap this bad boy up. If you'd like to take part in our conversation, you can either post on our Facebook wall at facebook.com/GameOverYear. You can tweet us using @GoVR. You can follow us on Twitch at twitch.tv/GoVR. That's right. You can also subscribe to us on YouTube, which you are watching us on right now, or you're maybe listening to us in the earbuds, because you can pick it up on all your, podcast directories as such as an audio podcast. But back to the YouTube, Game Over Yeah, UK, which is sort of the
Not
end
the
bit of
US
YouTube.
version.
Not
I
no,
know what they're doing.
no. Honestly, a bunch of amateurs. Those
I know.
US
There's
guys.
only like a half person there.
Yeah.
And then- little twiglet.
And if you ever fancy, dropping us an email sometime, you can contact us at gameoveryear.net. Thank you for joining us, and until next time,
Game over
yeah.